Hey, what's up, everybody? So we are at Aulani. We are in the left tower. I'll put the name of it on the screen because I don't want to butcher the pronunciation, but we are in the female tower. So we are actually on the third floor. We will be getting our room moved tomorrow because the third floor is technically the lobby and it's a little too busy than I would like. Now, the view that we have is actually the lazy river above the character breakfast room. So that's nice. I just don't like to be in the front of all of the activities right here. And so in the meantime, we have this room for one night. Then we're going to upgrade to the fifth floor, still pool view, but a little bit more quieter. So I'm going to give you a tour of the one bedroom DVC Villa that sleeps up to 5. And so I'm not going to go outside just because it's extremely loud. But as soon as you come in, of course, behind you have your emergency exit. This is the tower that we are in right here. And to the left, which we will leave that to last, that is the restroom. And to the right in the DVC Villa, you have a full kitchen. So with the full kitchen, you do have a dishwasher, full stove, full fridge, and you are able to order Instacart or go grocery shopping. There is a Costco nearby along with other grocery stores. There are plenty of storage space. So let's go through it and see what appliances we have. So we have the hot water tea kettle. We have the toaster on top of the fridge. Then to the left, we have your wine glasses. We have cooked here before, so if you need the mittens, we have our resort mugs here stocked up. Then here you have all of your regular utensils and chopsticks. You have your cooking tools here. And then down here you do have a set of basic pots and pans for like breakfast, bacon, eggs, and even maybe tacos or spaghetti. Then you have your 2 towels with your top burner stove. Of course, we should know this, but don't leave kids near the stove. It will still say warm. But there are 5 burners here. You have a full microwave, pretty decent and big size. I don't believe these cabinets even open. They're just there for decor. Then to the left, you have your glassware and measuring cup. Circling around, you have your tea, coffee, and small saucers for your tea and coffee. Then here you have your soup bowls, small and large plates, and even some servingware if you are doing some special things with your family. Now, of course, this does not include all of the appliances that you can have. Of course, you have your ice bucket, but you also can request more by following the instructions here. For example, they tell you amenities list for the kitchen, closet, and laundry available upon request, like blender, voltage converter, mop, dustpan, and broom. And then for Disney Vacation Clubs, which we are a DVC member, additional housekeeping, there will be some charges if you go above what they offer. You do also have a slow cooker here, paper towels, full dishwasher. And under the dishwasher, you have a nice size, decent size trash can. I'm guessing that's a recycle bin. And then these bottom 2, you do have your cascade. If you choose to hand wash your dishes there, you have your cutting board, sponge, and dish liquid. And then inside, it's really interesting how they hide it in here, but you have like some storage bowls. I know we've cooked tacos, enchiladas before when we come with like a family of 8 and we stayed in like a 2-bedroom. You have your cooking, baking sheets, and a couple of other items down there along with a pitcher. And then I always like to check to see if anything's down here, but it doesn't look like it is. So this is the view overall of the kitchen. And then if we go to the top, we have your Joffrey's, French roast and decaf coffee here. You get 6. And then you have your Keurig with coffee here. Then we have Joffrey's as well with the Aulani blend brews, 4 cups. You get 4 of these, and there are 2 of those, and then different flavors. Then you have 4 sets of teas, and then to make your coffee and tea there. And then you have your regular garbage disposal and a one side sink. And that concludes the kitchen, along with typically when we go grocery shopping, we'll put extra food up there. We like to keep things out like cereal and things like that, just so that we can see where everything is. Now, when you circle around to the left, you will immediately see the family dining area. So it's pretty decent size. We've sat probably 6 to 7 people over here. It really depends on the size, including kids. So you can probably sit 2 over there, like 3, 4 max right here. And then you do have the 2 stools right here as well with small handles where you can pull them out and you can move them. You have a nice size mirror right above, along with this beautiful light hanging with the architecture of representing the Hawaiian and Polynesian culture at the top. And to the right, in between the kitchen and the dining room, you have your typical DVC washer and dryer. Now, we typically bring washer pods with us and dryer sheets, but they do give you the regular powder. But it is a top load washer and a front load dryer. And we always wash before we go home. That makes everything a lot more smoother. Then we go into the living room. So this go round, turned on the light switch so the fan came on. We have a lock-sided door, which means there's another room on the other side. So typically if you have a 2-bedroom, it's pretty much the 1 bedroom combined with the other bedroom. And typically that bedroom would be 2 beds and another bath, like a full bathroom and a shower. So we have a double lock door, but decent sized bathroom now. Living room. The living room does sleep 3. So this is a queen size sleeper. And then this also pulls out to a twin size bed here. I'm not going to pull it all the way out because you have to adjust this rail and it will flop down to the ground. And it's pretty basic. It's not like the Walt Disney World where they have all the decor in the inside for the kids, but it's a nice area if you need to sleep another person. Now, typically, not sure what's going on here, our name usually goes on here. So it shows that we're an Aulani guest and we're a member. Welcome to Aulani. But it typically will have your name up here and maybe even a certain celebration that you may have. Now, I just realized I just found a hidden Mickey because I didn't see it when the light was off. This is a lamp. There's Mickey surfing it on the floor lamp. Then you have a wide size sliding door, and that is the first entrance to the balcony. So right now my husband has the kids out there. The balcony goes from here all the way through with 4 chairs to the other side of the master bedroom. If you have a hotel size, it'll probably start, if you have a hotel room, it'll probably start right there and probably stop right here. And then if you have a 2-bedroom, it would be like this plus another one. So over to the right, you have 2 sitting chairs, which are fairly comfortable. Again, you have a 3-seater couch with a queen size pool sleeper. You have the traditional 100 Years of Wonder Disney book. If I come over here, and then if you actually need more storage space, you can open this up, and this is also where they store everything for the couch. So you have your extra pillow, blankets, and if you need extra, you would just need to call. They do have a small trash can here. They do have a lot of plugs around, not USBs, at least here, but you have a plug there. You have a plug there. Of course, you have plugs in the kitchen as well. Then over to the right, before we hit the master bedroom, you do have another closet where if you don't bring your hamper, you can use this hamper here, and then you can store your other luggage, or let's just say someone's sleeping in the living room. They can store their luggage here as well. And then you also have the safe located in here as well. All right, with hangers. Then as we move into the master bedroom. So the master bedroom does have a beautiful view and king size bed. And so it comes with 2 lamps, beautiful cultural decor on each side that actually is both different. Then you have your traditional alarm clock, phone, pad, small drawer. You can put some things down there. And then you have your push lamp where it can go a little bit brighter because these rooms are a tidbit dark just because of the wood. Then you have the accent wood all around where you have the contrast of the two colors where it's like the white, the wood, and then like the yellow. And then you have a lot of pillows on the king size bed. And then they also give you a welcome Mickey ear with, ladies, if you want to decorate your hair, or the kids. I still have mine from the last time we came. And then you have another side dresser along with some plugs over to the right, and not a lot of USB ports if you're comparing this to like Walt Disney World. It's more like Animal Kingdom. So then you have the other art piece here. And then all of the curtains are just so beautiful in terms of like how they matched it with the culture, the texture, and also the color contrast of the wall. And then if we circle around, we have a desk. So I have actually worked here before. I had to host a call because it was scheduled before we made the travel reservations, but it does come with a nice wooden chair. If you just need to set some things up there, you see the USBs right there. You do have a Mickey lamp right here. I can't remember exactly how to turn it on. I may need to turn on a switch, but you do have the Mickey here with the lamp, with the woven top. And then you have a nice size mirror right there, along with, again, different types of designs in the mirror. And I'm 5'8", just to give you some perspective. I don't have on anything but swim shoes. So it's a fairly nice size mirror, even if you just need to do an outfit check, but you just can't see probably below your thighs. All right, now we come over to the drawers. And so unlike the 2-bedroom, this one doesn't come with as many deep drawers, but that is okay because it still comes with 6. So here they're pretty deep. So we can put a whole packing cube in here. Again, I'm 5'8". This goes into a little bit above my wrist. And so you have 6 of those drawers. Then you have an empty section right here. You have a lot of space right here if you just need to put some stuff up. There is no plug up here, but it may just be for additional toiletries. This looks like about a 40-inch television. And then I believe this flops open where if you needed to plug anything in for the TV, let's just say if a kid, I guess, brings a video game, you can do that there. And then you have your trash can here. And then this door closes off to the living room. So if you wanted some privacy with a lock, you can do that as well. And let's turn on the light switches. And so here is the Mickey. All right. So now let's go into the bathroom. So this is a connecting bathroom. It's technically a split bathroom. The comparison I would give it is like Polynesian, the original rooms. So similar to the Polynesian, the DVC studio is that you have a bathroom with a sink and toilet, and then you have a bathroom with a shower though. This one only has one shower bath unit. And so let's see how they split this up actually, because this one looks a little different than the other one. So you have your sliding door here that separates somebody who's maybe in the room and somebody may want to be in there. Then these shutters also close. So they connect like this, where if you pull them shut, let's just say if someone wants some privacy, they will shut there. Or for us, if we have, our kids with us, then they may just want to play in the bathtub, which is a jet bathtub, while we, wait for them to done playing. So then you go into the bathroom here and you do have a few racks where we just came from the pool. So you can technically, do one on each side. You have 2 there, you have 2 here, and then you have a nice size closet. So here you have, if you need a baby bassinet, it's already in the room. The luggage rack, the ironing board, iron, more storage space at the top, hangers, and then if you need dry cleaning, and then looks like this is for emergencies flashlight. And then circle around outside of the hook. You have another door. We'll go over there. You have more light switches. So this mirror gets pretty bright. So ladies, if you're going to do your makeup, this is a great mirror here. And again, look at the decor. Like, I don't know if you can hear it. It feels really good. It's like nicely woven, like braided. Okay, so you have your traditional wooden tissue box, like a dark cherry wood. Then you have a nice size 1 sink. And let's see, this is the hand soap. I do love that they do hand soap versus just bars of soap, just so that we can make sure everything stays clean. And then you also have some additional storage down here where you have a total of 6 cubbies to pretty much store your toiletries. That way they're not clogging up this area here, especially if you're sharing the space. Then we go over here. I'm very sure there's a hidden Mickey somewhere, but here is the decor in the main part of the bathroom. Then you have a set of towels there, set of towels here. This reminds me of the Polynesian bungalow with the, it's like hard, like concrete. Then you have the small tile rocks here. Then you have a nice size jet tub with rusted gold. I don't know the exact color of that. And then for your soap or other toiletries. And then you have your organic aloe body wash, conditioner, and shampoo. So that is the bathroom. And then here is another door. So literally we can block people off if 2 people need to be in the bathroom at the same time. So, okay, I'm gonna go walk around because my kids locked the door. Give me a second. Okay, so just showing you how I'm walking around literally in a circle. So you know what? This is great because if you do have someone who takes a bath, then you could technically get 2 people dressed at a time. So this is the door that my eldest son locked. Okay, so if we turn on all the lights, you have a full shower here, same wall decor and design from the bathroom area. Does have a open door, of course, with a towel there. There is a step, so watch that step. You do have somewhere to sit in here. You do have the 2 shower heads. And then you also have the string where if you don't want to put your clothes on the balcony to dry, especially wet clothes, you can put them there, and they have the exact same setup for the body wash, conditioner, and shampoo. Then you have your one and only toilet, okay? So 1 bedroom DVC Villa, 1 toilet. When you have the 2 bedroom, you actually get upgraded to 3 toilets, okay? So I'll make sure to link a past tour of the 2 bedroom. It's probably a little sped up because we had a lot of people in the room, but nevertheless, if you want to see what it looks like, we can show you that. And there is a hidden Mickey right there in the bathroom. Then you have, it looks like a seashell type shape for the lights. Again, hand soap, body cream there, another sink, more cubbies for more storage, and then your towels. And then you have a full size body mirror on the back of the door. And then you have another towel rack. Okay, so for one of the best parts, we are gonna head out to the balcony. So like I said, in the living room, they have a sliding door. In the master bedroom, they have a sliding door. And this is child-proof where you can't really see it because it's dark, but there is a lock right here that you just put right here so kids can't get out. And then you have a double lock right here as well. And then of course, for your safety, watch kids at all times. There is a small step, so be very mindful. Here is my son because he's been waiting for me to come out. So, all right, so here's the balcony.
What's up?
Hello.
I'm like Thanos.
So we're on the 3rd floor right by the lazy river. It looks like they're waiting. Oh, okay, Max. So there's a character meet and greet.
Oh, we also
And
got
then-
a table when we're eating.
Yep, so you have 4 chairs. You have 2 chairs here that you can move them with the table. And then
I kind of moved.
you have another set up here. It goes super, super long. And here's the other door.
We also got a long balcony. And we also got
And then here's a
two
divider.
doors that lead to the balcony.
So
And
pretty
our
nice
balcony
views.
is so long, like 10 inches long.
You're right.
Wait, look!
Max?
Matt! Matt! Let's go take a picture with Matt.
Hey, so glad that you walk with me through this beautiful tour of the 1 bedroom DVC tower. If this is something that's been on your vision board or a dream of yours, I would say just do it. come out here. Our family has been out here a few times, even before we were DVC members, and it is definitely an experience for your family. There are local cultural things to do as well, so you don't always have to stay on property, but it is a great place to come if you have kids, if you have teenagers, or just adults want to get away. Good food, a lot of things to do even across the street. And so if you have any questions specifically about how to plan out your stay at Aulani or what type of activities can you get into, definitely check out my Aulani playlist. But drop your questions below and subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I will see you in the next abundant adventure. Bye. Hey, what's up, y'all? So we have made it to the second room. So I did want to show you this, not a full detailed overview tour, but did want to show you what is changed. So we are still in the same tower, and I knew we were in a different room because the door handle was like flip-flopped, which means that the side of like the kitchen is flip-flopped. So for example, in the previous room, when we walked in, the kitchen was to the right, and then it still goes in a circle. In this room, 576, it's just flipped. So you have your kitchen over here, and then you have an entrance to the bathroom over here, but same decor. So we just came back from the beach, so I'm just gonna do a quick overview. So here's the living room. The kitchen, the dining room, everything literally is the same, except if you notice, this is a little curve, which means that this space is a little bit smaller, but that's okay, because it appears as though, I think this is the connection with the other bedroom if we were to get like a 2-bedroom. So the bed is exactly the same. The living room is a bit smaller because this curves in, and then here is the balcony, and the balcony is actually divided. So when we've stayed in the 2-bedroom villas, there was one right here, and then there's another one over there. So here's our difference in view. So we were actually way over there by the main house, like right here, okay? So we were actually on the other side of the lazy river right here. Right now, we can see the lazy river and a peekaboo view of the ocean, but this is still not an ocean view, but it's still nice because we can see a lot over here. So I'm gonna go back inside the living room. Whoa. And then the bedroom is also smaller. So here, I'll give you a view here. So the bedroom is smaller. We had actually more room on the sides. And then here is the other balcony. So again, the balcony is smaller technically because the wall is cutting it off, but it's 4 chairs out here. And when you come out, there's a nice view over here though, because you can see the whole tower. And what's nice is we actually cannot see our neighbors. My neighbor. Look at my neighbors. Look at my neighbors. All right, y'all. So outside of that, everything is the same. I don't mind the smaller space. I mean, if we were sitting in the room all day, that'd be different, but we're not. So, all right, that literally concludes the room tour. For real. Now we do have a whole vlog full of this experience, from packing to travel day to this video going through the room tour to the entire week at Aulani, and then also at Waikiki Beach. And so if you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.